Okay, for our math learning this week, we're going to be looking at the traditional addition algorithm. So some of you may know what it looks like, some of you may not, but we're just going to quickly reinforce some of the things that we need to look at when we're actually doing it. So the traditional algorithm is vertical, and so it looks like this. So if I want to add up two numbers together, so for example, if I want to add up 35 and 42. Okay, so that's what it looks like, 35 plus 42. Okay, now remember, we always, except for division, we always work from right to left. Now, I'm going to put these dots in here to make sure we understand the place value columns. Okay, because that is very, very important to understand place value, because we know we've done a lot of work on the place value, and we know there can only be one digit in the actual in the place values. Okay, so this will help later on when we start carrying and borrowing. So what we need to do is then have a look at our right hand column, and hopefully you're all going, yep, beautiful, that's the units column, so yes, that's the units column, and then we have our tens next to it, and obviously our hundreds. So we look at our units column, we go, okay, there are 5 units, and I need to add 2 units. Okay, so 5 plus 2 is 7. So I need to go all the way down in that units column. Then I'll move over to my tens. I go, okay, I've got 3 tens plus 4 tens, that's 7 tens. So then I'll put that down there. Okay, now that is the basic of the traditional algorithm of how it works. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it looks like if we actually have to carry and borrow. So we've got this one here, and I'll leave this one up. So I'll put another one up there where I'm going to have to need to borrow and carry. So I've got 36 plus 58. So once again, I'm going to put in my column so I know where everything belongs. Okay, so I've got my 36 plus 58. So in my units column, I have a 6 and an 8. So I go 6 plus 8, or I'm pretty good at my basic addition, I know that's 14. Then I go to myself, well hang on, I can only put one digit in there. The number 14 has 2 digits, it's got a 1 and a 4. Which digit do I put in there? Okay, now we always put in the right hand digit. Okay, so in 14, the right hand digit is the 4. So we put the 4 down here. And then what we do is we move the 1 over to the tens, because that's where it belongs. Because if we broke the number down of 14, we would have 1 10 and 4 units. So what we're doing here is we're putting the 4 units down here, and we're putting the 10 over here in its place value where it actually belongs, because it's a 10. So now we've got the 1 10 over here, and then we need to add it to the 3 tens as well as the 5 tens. So we go 5 plus 3 is 8, plus the 1 is 9. So then we put down a 9 here in our column. So if we were to work this out, so 36 plus 58 is the same as 94. Now the one mistake that most people usually make is they forget to actually add the digit that we carried. We put it here for a reason, because that's where it belongs. We need to use it. So most people would normally put down an 8 here, because they go 5 plus 3. Totally forgetting about that. Please don't forget about that, because that's where it lives and it needs to be used. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more example of what would happen if maybe it goes into the hundreds. So here we have an example of nothing really happens, but that's how we do it. Here we have an example of what happens when there's 1 in the units. Now I'm going to show you what happens if there's 1 in the hundreds. So I'm going to have 82 plus 49. Okay, so here it is, I've got my 82 plus 49. Once again, breaking it up into that units columns, tens column, and we're going to need the hundreds column here for this one. So units, tens, hundreds. Have a look at my units, starting from right to left again. I've got 2 plus 9. 2 plus 9, pretty awesome at my basic maths, I know is 11. Okay, so remember we're putting down the right hand digit, So I put down the 1, and then I put the 10 over here, because that's where it belongs, in the tens column. Can't forget it, so I've got my 1 plus my 8 is 9, plus my 4 is 13. Ooh, once again, I've got a 2-digit number. Okay, ooh, what Mr. Pete? I've got to put the right-hand digit down. Okay, so I've got 13, my right-hand digit is a 3. So I'll put down the 3, and then technically I carry my 1 over. Now, is there anything else there in that hundreds column except for the 1? No, the 1's on its own, so then the 1's the only one that lives there. So we put down the 1 in the hundreds column. So that's what happens if there's a double carry. Okay, so here is a basic one of how it's done. Here is the one where there's 1 lot of carrying, and here we have where there's 2 lots of carrying. The most important thing that you have to remember is that we can only put 1 digit in each place value column, and that digit always has to be the right hand digit. So hopefully we have a good week of learning for that. Thank you.